friends, welcome to my channel Photographic Memory. Today's video is about direct retainers. Now, direct retainers is a component of a partial removable denture which is used to retain and prevent the dislodgement and consists of a clasp assembly or a precision attachment. Now, this is a part of a removable partial denture or a cast partial denture. So this direct retainer is further classified into intracoronal and extracoronal retainers. Now in intracoronal retainers, we have internal attachment, external attachment, stud, bar and other special attachments. Whereas in extracoronal retainer, we have attachments which are prefabricated and certain custom-made attachments are present which are called as clasp. Now in clasp, we have two types of clasp, occlusally approaching clasp and gingivally approaching clasp. Now in gingivally approaching clasp, which means that your retentive arm is approaching from the gingival margin. Okay. It is also called as a bar clasp or a roach clasp. In this we have various types like the T clasp, modified T clasp, Y clasp, I clasp, and mirror view or infrabulge clasp. In occlusally approaching clasp, we have cast circumferential clasp and combination clasp. Now, occlusally approaching clasp means your retentive arm is on the tooth and it is occlusal. We'll be talking about all these extracoronal clasp in our next video. Today's video is about intracoronal clasp. So let's start with it then. First one to study about is internal attachment, which is also called as frictional attachment or keyway attachment. Now as you can see in this diagram, the orange portion represents your tooth, which is the abutment tooth, whereas the brown portion is your denture base and your denture tooth. Now this attachment is a key and keyway attachment, where the keyway is present on the abutment tooth and your key is present on the denture. So the receptacle or the keyway which is present on the abutment tooth is called as the female part or the matrix, and the other part, which is the male part or the patrix, is inserted into the artificial tooth of the processed denture. Now there are certain advantages and disadvantages of this type of direct retainer. The advantages is that it has increased frictional resistance, there is increase in horizontal stability, no rest seat is required, so even rest seat preparation is also not required. The retentive component is not visible in the oral cavity, but there are certain disadvantages as well. That is, the cost of this internal attachment is quite high and the clinical and lab procedures are also more. More preparation time is required for the receptacle, and even the repair and replacement of these processed denture is little bit difficult. So these are contraindicated, as I have written over here. These are contraindicated in cases of large pulp, like in cases of children's, and also in cases of untreated teeth. Even in cases of distal extension, that is your class 1 and 2 cases, this internal attachment direct retainers are contraindicated. Now next one, we'll go with the external attachment. Now the difference between internal and external attachment is that this key and keyway is present and it is visible in the oral cavity, whereas in internal attachment, as I showed you the diagram above, the key and keyway are present inside the abutment tooth. Okay, so in this diagram, this is the abutment and this is the denture which is processed. So this is your external attachment. The advantages of this over your internal attachment is that it is easy to insert. It can be used in your anterior prosthesis and even in cases of young patient. But the disadvantage of this type of direct retainer is that it is easily breakable and it is difficult to replace these type of attachments. The next one is your stud attachment. Now Stud attachments are normally used in cases of overdenture abutments, in cases where there is retained root pieces or any implant which is present. You can use these type of direct retainers. Next one is your bar attachment, which is used in cases where there is bone loss around your abutment tooth. Sorry guys, I don't have a diagram of this. So next one is your special attachments. So other type of intracoronal retainers which can be used are your neuro spring lock attachments. The diagram is shown over here. Then you have intracoronal magnets. So your processed denture is embedded with the positive side of your magnet, whereas the abutment has the negative side of your magnets, and as magnets attract together, the denture base is attached like that, and then the positive and negative side attract. The next one is your dowel rest attachment. The diagram shown over here is an example of dowel rest attachment. So even many more intracoronal attachments are present for various different cases. So this was all about intracoronal attachments, and today's video was about intracoronal attachments and direct retainers. Next video will be about extracoronal attachments. So put in the comment section below what all videos you want to watch and on what topics. If you have any doubt on this topic, please let me know. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel Photographic Memory. Till then, take care.